Gia McGee. She averages 11 points a game, so that gives you an idea of how much the rest of this team is helping out Sugar Rogers. You're seeing some pressure defense.
That's the beauty of the team. That's what Sugar Rogers was saying. And it's disrespectful to think that the other players on the team can't score. And they're in a boxing one on me. I don't like that because that means that they're disrespecting the skill of my teammates.
And disrespect leads to this. Another turnover, 16 for Rutgers. And the foul call on the freshman, Shakina Richardson, saying, what? For second.
Sugar Rogers, her facial expression was saying, I'm a junior. Yeah. And my name was Sugar Rogers. You can't swing at the ball like that. Rutgers sticking with that man-to-man.
That's the most room that Sugar Rogers has seen all day. Comes back, grabs the rebound, and draws the foul again. Wednesdays, signing day for college football, and ESPNU has 10 hours of must-watch coverage for all college football fans as high school seniors from around the country announce where they'll be playing football in the fall. Reese Davis, Dari Noka, along with a host of analysts plus reporters at 13 sites. They'll have interviews with more than 30 head coaches and 11 live player announcements, including 10 from the ESPN 150 and 4 players ranked number 1 at their position. The ESPNU National Signing Day special presented by AT&T Wednesday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Pivotal time for those young men who remember when we signed. I'm blessed of intent. Yes, drama.
And we didn't have cameras around.
We didn't. Not no.
Struggle, but lots of fun for the viewer. Really, it's a great time for college football to be able to see what your school gets, where your favorite players maybe are going. It's a great time.
Absolutely.
6 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Scarlet Knights. Richardson got to take the shot for 3. Still didn't go. And Rutgers still struggling from 3-point range. 0 for 9 from beyond the arc.
Vivian Stringer definitely concerned. The hand over her mouth there and shaking her head.
Team usually shoots 32% from beyond the arc.
Right, and they can get those threes, but they can get them on skip passes. They're keeping the ball on one side of the floor, and that's easier to defend.
Shakina Richardson and Ruby Lee Wright fighting it out. It's the same thing that Shakina Richardson trying to argue, hey, shot, box me out, push me out there. Ruby Lee Wright saying, I'm a senior.
Right. Upperclassmen.
I didn't do it with my hands. Rogers. And here's April Sykes. With some room, goes past right. Able to lay it in.
And boy, does she need that. Very deliberate in their secondary offense, pushing the tempo. Rutgers
Eastern. Right out of the gate, Georgetown ball. They keep it quick and ready. And Christy, were you able to find anything out on Khadijah Rushdown?
That it was a mild head injury for Rushton. She will not return this afternoon for precautionary reasons, so a mild head injury for Rushton.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't tell. Evaluate further. Meanwhile, we're talking about Sugar Rogers and how scoring, she's got 12 points, which is not bad, but not as much as her usual total. But she's doing everything else for this team. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. And here she is again driving to the basket and then kicking it back out. So to your point, she has so many other things for this team as well.
And that's the beauty of her game. She's able to do other things, and her team needs to be successful, and that's why they have to lead. Because there are other players on this Georgetown team that can get busy.
Crawford grabs that rebound, loses it eventually to Sykes, and Rutgers has a long way to go in these last 11 minutes. Baseline, no good. And Rutgers trailed the ball by 16 just this last week. They were able to make up that deficit. They need that experience do for you in a situation like this.
Well, it's tough now because you don't have Khadijah Rushton on the floor because she was the one that was the game changer in that DePaul game, and she had those late game heroics and hit that buzzer beater to win that game, but someone else has to step up, and we've been saying it needs to be Sykes, but Laney has done a tremendous job with her attention to detail, but they need to take care of the ball, and that's got to be first on the list for Rutgers.
Crawford finds Rogers. Rogers directing her team. Tia McGee sends her around. McGee takes a look at it. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Rogers got to throw it up. She does, and calls the foul from Erica Wheeler.
With 1 second on the shot clock. That time Rutgers went to a 2-3 zone, slowed the offense for Georgetown, who was comfortable with Rutgers playing their man-to-man defense. And at the last second, Sugar Rogers bailed out by being fouled on the 3.
Yeah, Sugar Rogers, I like to watch her shoot free throws. No bounce, goofy foot, wrong foot forward, and just hit both of them.
Hey, that's how she practiced when she was out shooting by herself out at the courts. Just up and in, no rhythm, no spin of the ball, no taking it around the waist. You know, just up and in.
Makes 3 consecutive there. And a little bit of a rugby scrum on the floor for the ball, and it will be Georgetown's ball.
I think they were having a hard time finding the basketball under the mound of players.
Nikki Speed coming in for Rutgers, senior. Important for this team. She has 12 starts for this team, Nikki Speed, maybe providing a little bit of that veteran leadership that a young Rutgers team is needed in a situation like this, as you said, with the absence of Rushton.
And Speed wears number 11 because she loved to watch Isaiah Thomas play, and you know the heroics that he played with. So hopefully she can bring that same element this afternoon for Rutgers.
Crawford gives it back to Rogers. Ruby Lee Wright cutting down low as they try to get the ball inside, and it's another beautiful Rutgers block from Monique Oliver.
Well, that time Rutgers went back to their man-to-man defense. And Sykes rotated very well. Got all ball on the block.
It was brought to her. Pass comes in, put right down by Sugar Rogers. As you said at the beginning of the broadcast, just add sugar.
Just a little sugar.
15 points for Sugar Rogers. After a slow start, Sugar Rogers looks like she's going to hit at least her per game total. So her team held her up at the beginning. There's another. It's just not working from the perimeter for Rutgers. 0 for 11 from beyond the arc.
Well, they've got to look to head fake that and put it down on the ground, and at least try to get to the foul line to get some shots going and create some offensive hits.
Tia McGee gets called for a walk, and take a look at the inbound play again to Sugar Rogers. Nobody ready yet for this.
Well, just a quick lob, and that's such a smart play. You think there's going to be an action, a screening action, or screen the screener on an inbounds play. But that time, Sugar standing right in the middle, they just flipped it right up to her, and she finished.
The turnovers for Sugar Rogers, even she's held on to the ball well. Another part of her success today in the game has been bright with turnovers for Rutgers.
And that's not the first time Sugar Rogers has had no turnovers in the last contest. She had no turnovers in that one as well. But very efficient when you can take care of the ball.
Rogers trying to strip that ball away. And Tia McGee will go out as Alexa Roach, number 34 in white, will come in. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Scarlet Knights. Shot is up. And again, no good from Anaja Laney. They are trying from beyond the arc. Just can't get it.
But at what point do you try something differently offensively. And I know as a shooter you think it's going to be the next shot, it's going to be the next shot. But with a player like Rushton out right now, you need to do your best at attacking the paint and at least trying to get to the line.
And so some people do say, when you were a coach here at Georgetown under Terry Williams-Floyd, some coaches say just keep shooting. I know that Quentin Hillsman at Syracuse, they have trouble. He says just keep shooting. Your philosophy is different.
I think you have to keep shooting to a certain point, but without your leader on the floor, I think you need to try to attack the rim and try to score in the paint. And I'm not saying don't take any more threes, but it's going to be much easier if you attack the inside to allow for more open outside looks. Rutgers out of that 2-3 zone now back to man-to-man.
Yeah, 17 points, or 17 turnovers, 24 points. Those are not the numbers that you want. Sugar Rogers able to draw another foul. This one off of Benai Delaney.
Delaney was doing well with her footwork, but as soon as she added that arm bar and that hand, can't do that hand check.
Rogers again, no dribble, just puts it in the first half of the one-on-one. Rogers takes sign language here at school. She's very interested in it. She's going to intern at Gallaudet University for the deaf. She really would love to work with the basketball team there. Interested in it.
Right, I think that's admirable that she can reach out to the community that way and try to help others. And as role models, encouraging others has to be at the top of the list.
Apple to graduate with an English degree. This is three, no good. Oliver says that is my ball. He tries to bring it back down. Rutgers trailing Georgetown as Georgetown continues. You saw in that graphic 7 of the top 10 who decided where they're going to go or committed.
That's right. If you haven't signed that letter of intent, you can always waver. But those players are locked in. 7 of the 10. I know that's a relief because the recruiting process is quite tenuous, especially while you're attending school. You're playing for your football team, so congratulations to all those home fans.
Georgetown, meanwhile, just having so much success in every way. Rutgers suffered the loss of Khadijah Rushton, their leading scorer, their all-everything player in the first half, to a head injury. She's back on the bench, but not going to play the rest of this game. And Georgetown having their way with the Scarlet Knights.
Right, and they've had their way because they imposed their will early on the defensive end. In their 3-2 zone in the first half, they switched it a little bit into a 2-3 zone, and in the second half, they stuck with the 3-2 and a 1-2-2 three-quarter court press that has slowed the tempo for Rutgers.
Rutgers also struggling from beyond the arc. That one was for 2, didn't go, but still beyond the arc. They're 0 for 13. Their defense still strong, but other parts of their game have been hurting. They're really hurting without Rushton out there, who has been just amazing at the end of games lately.
No question about it. That's their go-to player, Vivian Stringer. I'm sure is frustrated, but you can't account for injury. But you can account for the effort of your team in terms of taking care of the ball, and 18 turnovers for Rutgers is far too many, especially when Georgetown has scored 20 points off of those.
Senior Ruby Lee Wright does a little bit of everything for this team. Was a shooting guard in high school, came into college, said we play the point. She really embraced the role.
Done a tremendous job being a scorer.
Another basket for Georgetown. 14 points for Gina McGee.
Look like Laney just lost the handle of that, trying to shoot it.
Adria Crawford grabs another rebound, and I see the frustration with a post player here.
It's tough. You're not getting touches inside. And that makes it hard because you have to keep the post players encouraged. It doesn't mean they have to shoot it every time, but at least get it in there and relocate so they can kick it back out.
Little block there, sends it down.
Oliver with all ball on that.
And Adria Crawford has 12 rebounds in this game. Averages 5.9 per game, 12 in this game. What has gotten into her?
Hustle and heart and desire, because that's what rebounding is. Obviously, you have to have position, but you have to be able to have the will to get the ball and compete.
Rutgers, 5 minutes left in this game to try to create something special. Amanda Reese blocks that ball.
And Reese was in the middle of their 2-3 zone, down inside, hands straight up. Georgetown does such a tremendous job of closing down that lane.
And Tia McGee adds to her total 17 points for Tia McGee in this game. Done a little bit of everything as well. Sugar Rogers picks up that turnover.
Well, Rutgers only has 25 points. Tia McGee has 17.
Sugar for three, no good. And we're waiting for one more assist from Ruby Lee Wright. She's a senior, and right now she is tied for the assist leaders for Georgetown. One more assist and she will take that lead. I think she's probably going to get it today. What do you think?
I think she's going to get it. Plenty of time here, but Leslie Walker back in 2002 holds the record with 471 assists. And now it's tied. One more, put her over the edge.
And as we said, in high school, she was a shooter. 2,500 points in high school. Came in here, she was missing basketball South Carolina for 2 years. Came out here and has a really high arc on her long shots because she's so little.
Oh, you have to, yes.
But she has just been lots of fun and really has just run this team with great authority.
Speed finally gets a 3 to go for Rutgers.
Yeah, their first shot in over 7.5 minutes that they were able to make. So the spell has been broken. They're 1 for 14 from three-point range, but really right now all they care about is that one. McGee inside.
I really like that play by Georgetown. A fold over and a drive to the hole by McGee.
19 points for Tia McGee. She has done everything for this team, including 19 points today.
Well, she took that weak side cut, and that's a tough one to guard because you're folding over up top. So she had to step on the defender and charged into the lane and finished strong.
When you think 19 points is good, and you add in the 5 steals she had, she almost got another one right there. 5 steals just by this woman alone. Tia McGee, a senior, has just been a little bit of everything for the Hoyas today. And she, as you mentioned earlier, takes a lot of pressure off of Sugar Rogers.
Absolutely right. And it takes